The reason your plus size clothing isn't selling is because your clothes are ugly as fuck. Y'all take the ugliest fabric known to man and make that shit a goddamn blouse. Nobody wants to wear that ugly ass shower curtain you call a shirt. And I'm being dead the fuck serious. Just because a girl got a little bit of meat on her don't mean she want to wear that shit either. And y'all do this shit on purpose so then y'all can use it as an excuse. Well, our plus size clothes don't really sell. I don't really know what the problem is. Yeah, because it's fucking hideous, bitch. If I'm gonna keep it a stack. Radical idea, but if you made the same clothes that you made for straight sizes and plus sizes, I don't know, maybe that revenue would be a little bit stronger. Maybe somebody will be willing to purchase and put their motherfucking card down, but nobody wants to wear a fucking leopard print blouse at the fresh age of 21. I'm sorry. Don't nobody want to have on zebra print and tropical island prints. And that's why you sustainable clothing bitches can kiss the crack of my black ass. And that's why I'll never in my life talk down on Fashion Nova. Cause when I was a big body Benz, please don't crash, they held me down. Y'all can say what y'all want about fast fashion. They hold the big girls down, but y'all skinny bitches don't give a fuck because it don't concern you. You can walk into any store and get anything you fucking want, and you don't give a fuck. Let me just go down to my local Goodwill and try to find some vintage Chanel in a 3X. Do y'all hear yourselves? Truly, if you wear a size 2, don't say shit to me about sustainable clothing. No shade. All shade, actually.
Brand not making your size in something does not give you grounds to talk shit and degrade the brand. Brands are allowed to want a certain look and image with their products. They are allowed to make things for the people they want to make them for. I've been seeing too many people talking shit recently, and it's pissing me off. People are allowed to have preferences, and brands are allowed to create an image with what they want and have a specific type of person wear what they have. Not everybody needs to be catered to by everything and everyone. And this is a lesson I had to learn when I was fucking fat. I used to think clothes just weren't flattering. No, babe, the body wasn't fucking flattering. But a lot of brands don't make my size and a lot of shit still. And if a piece of clothing is not flattering on you, it doesn't mean the item or product is not flattering or is not good. It's not made for you. I'm a size 16 shoe. A lot of brands don't make my size. Do I waste my time and lend my energy and focus to what I don't want and what I can't have and attacking brands for not making my fucking size? No. Every single human being is very powerful. You have to be careful with where you put your attention and your focus. For you to stick your attention and your energy on what doesn't work for you, what is not made for you, and what brands don't want you to wear their fucking shit, you're never gonna have mental space to think and look for and discover brands that are made for you. You can't keep focusing on what you don't want and find what you do want. Get your fucking attention off of the shit that's not for you and the things you don't like. I'm never gonna find my size in shoes that I like if all I'm doing is sitting here crying how most brands only go to a 13. Fuck them. I'm gonna go buy the shoes that go to my size. But key point here, if my focus is nothing but stuck on the brands that don't make my size, I'm gonna feel nothing but frustrated, irritated, singled out, and pissed off. That's a waste of your energy. Being a human being is a very valuable experience and it's a very precious thing. Don't waste your fucking time on the shit that's not for you. Don't let useless nonsense irritate you. I know social media has a big fucking mental illness of its own with contributing to people lacking perspective of what really fucking matters. Clothes not being in every single person's size is very, very minute and a very minuscule thing compared to what else is going on in the world. Maybe go the fuck outside and go experience some real contrast and see what other people are really dealing with and living with, and you might be a little more appreciative of your situation and the fact that you can go find other shit that does fit you. Brands are allowed to do what they want. I'm not saying they're right or wrong for discriminating. They're gonna do it. You bitching about it is gonna do nothing but ruin your emotional state and your mental state. That's what I wanna protect you from. I gotta be a little harsh with you because I love you. But get your fucking focus off the shit that ain't for you so you can find what is.
Topic and then I'll get over it. One fat topic that's just like really new and current. It's kind of TikTok-y related, so if you don't know these people, I'm so sorry. Leo Skepi, did you see this?
No.
Love Leo. Anyone who comes on my podcast, I will like stand forever. Like I truly do. So I just think he had a pretty bad take on this
Oh,
one.
God, I'm nervous.
Yeah, especially because he is a former fat person. He has issues with his body, so feel for it. But it's kind of him and versus like Fanita. So Fanita, who I love too, who was also big at one point, and now like she's like really skinny now. She talks about it. She got the sleeve. Lost a bunch of weight, but she used to be, even up until like last year, she was like, I think 300 pounds, I think she said on the podcast we did. Maybe bigger, I don't know. And so basically she released a TikTok. So there's a Brandy Melville documentary coming out. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's supposed to come out this week. So that's a big thing right now. We talked about it on Canceled, like everywhere. I've just been seeing people talk about it. So it's kind of like, I don't know really what it's about, but Brandy Melville, of course, known for having one size.
Yeah.
Literally, I think I asked Brooke, I loved her top. So I was just like, where do you shop? And she had Aritzia, and she had the top was Brandy Melville. Brooke is the tiniest person in the whole world, like the tiniest in like the best way. Like I wish I looked like that, but it's a one size fits all top. And I'm like, if you're the tiniest person and it's fitting you fitted, like that's wild to me. Anyways, and I think Tana was wearing Brandy that day too. So it's a one size fits all thing. It's always been controversial. I think I made a Brandy Melville video back in like 2013. And like true story, like literally like they wouldn't let me try stuff on. That was like 100% true story. And I think back then people thought it went viral. It was like this whole thing. It was crazy. So they're doing a documentary on it. So Fanita's wasn't really about Brandy Melville. She just kind of said like, it was like within like the last 24 hours or something she posted. And she's like, you know, it really sucks when these companies make plus size clothes that look like, you know, a zebra print or a leopard blouse
Everything
or something.
is printed,
yeah,
yes.
floral print,
Yes.
like ugly butterfly sleeves, like just like not in the same style that they do standard sizes. So at the end, she kind of gave a shout out to like Fashion Nova. Shout out again, whatever, they don't sponsor, but shout out. She's like, when I was 3X, like at least they made it, whatever the standard was the same in Fashion Nova. So does Skims. That's why I like Skims. Like whatever you can get in an extra small, it's the exact same style for 3X, 4X, whatever. So she was just kind of saying that. She goes, and all the people talking against fast fashion, it's easy for you to say because you can just walk into a store and get an outfit, which I kind of was me. I had a stain on my dress going to Canceled, and I was like, I really can't walk in anywhere anymore and just get an outfit because like nothing fits. I always have to whatever. So she was just saying that, and she's kind of complaining about these brands just overall, like these brands that just don't cater to it. And then them complaining, being like, well, plus size doesn't sell. And it's like, well, it doesn't sell because you're doing ill-fitted prints. Ugly, basically, yeah. So then Leo does a TikTok, and not really in response, but like kind of, because it literally was all like in the past 48 hours. Where he's like, you know, it's not the clothes that are ugly, it's your body that's ugly in the clothes. Yeah, he's like, you're just fat and it's not cute and like all this stuff like that. So basically, he's like, you don't get the right to like complain about brands because they want to cater to a specific look or specific body. So he's kind of like defending the corporate side, the business side, all these like people who make so much money, and just telling people that are complaining online to like, you don't get a right to complain. First of all, I feel like it's America. Everyone can complain about whatever. You're a consumer. You're allowed to complain. And just a really hot take. I was just like, that's kind of wild. And he basically was just like, you don't get to complain. It's your body that's ugly, not the clothes. And it's like, no, the clothes are horrendous. Go to Torrid, go to Lane Bryant. Horrible. Yeah, it was such a weird take. And like my whole For You page this morning when I was like eating breakfast was all this like stitching and a lot of big girls and just big people in general, just like, and me too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I love Leo, and I do think his like tough love is like such a good approach, especially like losing weight and like motivated. Like it helps a lot of people, but this was just like such a weird take to like big people just to be like, it's not the clothes that's ugly, it's you. And I was like, that's such a weird. And also to say like, don't complain, and also like, I don't know. He obviously doesn't get it, right? Like he's not shopping in these things, but no.
About something important and topical, and then we're not going to talk about it anymore after this. First things first, if y'all see something happen on this app that you know for a fucking fact I have spoken out against and I genuinely do not support and never fucking have, there's absolutely no reason for you to ask what my thoughts are on it. You should fucking know what my thoughts are on it. That's one. Two, the subject of fat phobia is constantly discussed on this app, a lot of times in a way that is unhelpful and unproductive. A lot of times in ways that is disguised as motivation, but is actually just bigotry. And by that I mean this. Fat phobia goes far beyond insults. It goes far beyond jokes about people being whales, cows, whatever the fuck you want to call fat people. And I've been called it all. Believe me, you bitch. The amount of fat phobia I've experienced online in the last 2-3 years would fucking shock you, bitch. In fact, it would traumatize most of you. In the same way that misogyny isn't just jokes about women making sandwiches, fat phobia is not just jokes about weight. It goes so far deeper than that. Fat phobia is literally ingrained in every part of our culture, our government, our healthcare system, etc. People literally fucking die because of fat phobia in the medical industry. So when people get on this fucking app and act like fat phobia is just hurt feelings, it's fucking ignorant and it's disrespectful for many fucking reasons. So if you yourself think that you're not fat phobic because at one point you were overweight, first of all, that's not the same thing as being fat. It's really important that you know the difference, because people who are overweight and people who are fat and live as a fat person have a much different life experience than you. So you cannot speak on something that you personally have never fucking experienced. And past that, if you don't think you're fat phobic, but you're upholding fat phobic rhetoric, guess what, bitch? You're fucking fat phobic. Sorry, don't know how else to break that to you, but 1 + 1 = 2. And last, stop blaming women of color for things that white people do on their fucking own. They did that with their own brain and their own thoughts. Believe it or not, when we spend time with people in real life, they don't always show us shit like that, okay? Sometimes we find out when the rest of you do, and then we move accordingly. That's it. Love you. Bye.
So getting in that car wreck and almost dying last night gave me a lot of fucking perspective, and I'm done being silenced. I don't give a fuck no more. All that fat phobia shit that went the fuck on, let me address it how I've wanted to, where I couldn't because everybody told me not to. Fuck PR and fuck all this business shit. Let's talk for real. I have never in my life treated someone poorly because of their fucking skin color or their weight. That's one thing I don't play about. I'm not for that shit. If I treat somebody bad, it's because I don't like their fucking character. And that's one thing no one is ever gonna do to me again, is make a claim about my character and say I'm this and say I'm that and get away with it. I'll correct you every fucking time. Yeah, I've said shit that's insensitive. I didn't understand there was a whole fucking language about fat phobia, and to say, oh, I want to lose weight is considered fat phobic. Take that in for 2 seconds. Not everybody speaks this fucking TikTok language. I haven't said anything or done anything that is in line with that again. The growth has been in front of your eyes, but apparently y'all need it pointed the fuck out. I truly feel bad for the people that I hurt without realizing certain shit that I was saying. My actions have proven that I've educated myself and changed it. So let me make it very, very, very clear. I have no issues with nobody's weight. I've never made fun of somebody because of their fucking weight. And the people who knew me personally on this goddamn app, who came out and went with this whole narrative, oh, we found out when you did, that reveals I never once made them feel uncomfortable for fucking shit. I defended these fucking people and I have loved everyone fucking fairly. I realized last night when I almost had my life taken from me, I'm the only person ever gonna defend me. I'm the only person who is ever gonna stand up for my fucking character, and that's one thing you can never question with me.